Game number 4 between the Ukraine and Poland here at the Nation Wars. Starting to the top left of Kamala Park, we have Kaz for Team Ukraine. He's the last player in the 3-player lineup. If he is eliminated, then it will all be down to the ace player of Team Ukraine. They have to determine the ace player amongst the 3 players that have started out for the team. And well, Kaz, of course, he's someone that people have high hopes for to get a few additional points onto the board for the Ukraine. But all the way to the bottom right, we now have his first opponent at least. This is a Tefl, the second player for Team Poland. After Mana was successful in the first game against Imaga, Tefl had to take down a Bly in the next game. So currently what we're seeing here is Tefl once more starting things off, of course, with his early pool. Well, not an early pool, but with the pool before hatch, I should probably say. That's his build. He loves it. He plays it on every map against every race. Very predictable in that regard, but it's also a build where he just says, I'm super happy with it. I'm very confident in my abilities with this build, so there it is once again. 14 pool against the Terran player. And our Terran player, all the way to the top left, as you might already have seen, he does not build a barracks. Kaz is going for the command center first. CC first for Kaz, and yeah, Ukraine is in desperate need of a win or two. He might be the one to deliver. And let's see if Tefl is going to take him out. He played great Zerg versus Zerg against Bly earlier. Really good performance here by the Polish player. And the Overlords, of course, already trying to get into position. The hatch now started for Tefl, and he wants to get this additional win. If he wins it right now, that would be an amazing lead already for Poland. A 3-1, that would be very difficult to come back from, especially since there's only a last player then that they have to determine. That might be Kaz again. It might also be Dimaga, maybe trying to get another shot here. If you currently look at the WCS ranks and at the current season, he's one of the most successful players for Poland. Only looking at WCS, which of course is only an indicator and doesn't really tell you about the real strength of the players here. But it's a good indicator at that. So whoever it is would have to win 3 games in a row. So Kaz is going to do whatever he can to make sure that Tefl is not going to win this match. All the way to the top left, we have 4 gas taken, and also gets his barracks now. Barrack completed, and with the gas that he has there, we will see the factory for the Hellions. And also we have forecast the expansion already complete. That is all these things are things that Tefl doesn't know about. Tefl has no idea. He did not scout just yet. We have him with the Overlords, of course, on the map, but he did not see his opponent's base. So he doesn't really know what exactly does Kaz have, what kind of opening did he use. What he realizes, though, is that there are no Reapers. And with no Reapers in the game, you can be quite certain that your opponent did not take that early gas. Because usually when you have a gas, you will go for the Reaper and get the scouting information. So he's probably already thinking about his opponent starting with a potential command center first. Of course, another option would be barracks into command center. But we have for Kaz now second gas taken. We have the reactor started and the factory is being built too. Whereas Tefl at the bottom right doesn't have a care in the world. Like, he's just droning up all day, every day, getting the extractors and just doing his things. Does he even have a Zergling? No, not even that. Doesn't have a single Zergling in the game. He's just completely relying on his economy. He's basically playing this like most of us are playing a game against Computer Easy. Just getting base after base after base, and well aware that the opponent won't attack us. Doing that in a game against a player like Kaz is a bit more ballsy. Kaz might be a player that really likes to play the long drawn-out macro game, but at the same time he's also played quite a few games already where he's been trying to hit early with some kind of double I've seen him with double factory and Hellions and stuff like that. So yeah, Tefl is very, very confident that this is going his way. And well, we might see exactly that. We have also Roach Run and Evolution Chamber built. The queen count we are looking at it is 3. And with 3 queens in the game, he can confidently block this off and can then also defend the third base if he wants to. The Hellions are trying to move in with the double evolution chamber. He can also go in double upgrades. We might even see, with the lair tech now started, a push with speed, roaches, and just a 1-1 upgrade here on those 3 bases. Not necessarily, but well, time will tell. We have the Banshee for Kaz, and with the Banshee we see Cloak. So it's going to be a bit of a delayed Cloak build by him. And that can help against whatever Tefl throws against his opponent. At the same time, you need to be quite careful that you really have the units out that you want. Tefl is a Roach Hydra player. He's someone who loves Roach Hydras, and if he doesn't try to go for a timing here with Roaches, which I actually personally think he's not going to do, then we will see the Roach Hydras, and this is where he really shines. Those Roach Hydra timings that he has, they are pretty incredible. And ooh, talking about incredible, he gets into the base now, moves past with those Hellions, tries to take down the lined up drones here. Quick lag in the game, I hope that didn't affect the players, and lost the Hellions in the end. Now, we had a few black problems in one of the games earlier. Apparently, it was said that one of the streamers was probably the cause. Unfortunately, we couldn't determine who exactly that was. And in the last game, I think it was not really a big issue anymore. So let's just hope that that doesn't pop up again. Even Blythe thought about him being the problem, since he said his Ukrainian internet is very, very unstable and very unreliable. +1/+1 is now on the tap for both players started. And this Banshee is so far uncontested, since there is absolutely no detection. He's just now getting the Overseer, and the Banshee is already at 6 kills, moving straight down to that mineral line at the natural, and will get a few more right over there. Well, the drones are currently following the Queen. I'm not quite sure if that was intentional. That's 10 kills. Well, 9 kills for now. Does he get the 10th? Yes, he does. 10 kills on the Banshee, and now moving back. So good job by Cass, getting a lot of kills with his units at the early game, actually. 14 in total, and yes, he doesn't stop there. He's going up to 16, 17. He's finally losing the Banshees, but hell yeah, 15 Harvesters, 16 Harvesters killed by that. He's going to be super happy about it. There's another Banshee already with another set of kills. 7 kills for this one, and very good harass. Very, very good harass by Cass. Tefl is down to 63 Harvesters. He built only drones, so fine. Well, he has 3 roaches, 6 roaches, I guess. But besides that, he built only drones and nothing else. And once that he started losing Harvesters here, he went straight for the drone production again. Is currently blocking off the base as the potential 3rd base for Cass at both locations. And that's going to work and delay that for quite some time. But we have now the Hydra then started. As mentioned before, he is a Roach Hydra player. It's a good composition, especially if you're able to hit your timings. With Cass doing so much damage to the economy, the entire timing is going to be delayed a little bit. So yeah, he's going to hit that later than usually. But the +2 attack upgrade is now also started. We have for Cass, the Armory for the double +2/+2. Oh, did he cancel one of those Hydra dens? No, he built another one. Look at that. Usually we don't see that. Most, like in 95% of those times, it is a mistake. The rest 5% we will see double upgrades for range and speed. I doubt that's gonna happen here, but well, let's see what he does with that. So we have 6 additional overlords being built to free up the supply that he needs for the army. We have the range upgrade started. Do we see the speed upgrade? It doesn't look like it. We just have Hydra, so it looks like the second Hydra then was a mistake there. Would be very surprised if that's not the case. Roaches moving in right now, about to snipe the sensor tower that we see there, but with the siege tanks it's gonna get very difficult for him to pull it off. The Roaches on the other hand, they take quite some damage, but there's so much bio army and the siege tank support is great for him. Even the medivacs for the additional repair. We have the medivac now moving in without any hydraulics in this particular army. This is also gonna hurt those units quite a lot. Finally, the Hydra is putting a stop to that, though. The Banshee's already over. Oh, there we go. Starts to move in and take down a few more units down. He's really starting to chase this army that we see for Tefl. Cass is playing a very, very good game here. Great performance so far by him, and a safe base that he has. We have still those additional siege tanks all the way in the back, and the Zerg army just trying to look for an angle. They're trying to look for a chance to move in here. And where are those siege tanks? What are they going to do next? Might even be a little bit too far away to protect this base. And yes, indeed they are. So that's a problem. He needs to get those a bit closer, but the Marines at least move in. Is he repairing? Yes, he's repairing the command center just in the last second. But yeah, the last siege tank over here might be able to leapfrog forward a bit and just position itself there. But we have a counter aggression with a double drop all the way to the bottom right. and that's where Tefl doesn't have any units, like nothing whatsoever. So Tefl is supply blocked. He might lose this base. Currently, the Marines are trying to focus that down, and it's gonna be close. It's gonna be very close. Is he getting it? Wow, 50 hit points left. 50 hit points left. That puts Tefl in an awkward spot. He might be on 192 supply, but with another dropship that moves in, and maybe with a Marauder or two, this base is going to fall. And if this base falls, then he's on 2 mining bases against 3 mining bases. Cass is still in a decent spot here. His 2-2 isn't done yet, but the siege tanks are there. A lot of damage done, but the Hydras are starting to move in now. We have the started repair with the SCVs. The SCVs are starting to tank the damage here instead. And now the Bio Army is moving in. Tefl is dropping in supply. Army supply is 69, 72, 79 against 66. And Tefl is losing a lot of his momentum here. He doesn't have the infestation pit yet. We do not see attack into Hive. He cannot build Vipers that he would need for the Blinding Clouds and also potential abducts. So this is, yeah, this is very, very tricky. Yeah, Tefl is also mentioning that he doesn't know why it is so laggy. He's just experiencing the same problem that we experienced in game number 2. Those occasional spikes that we have in the game are apparently caused by one of the observers that we see in the lobby. But so far we have not been able to determine who exactly that is. Well, there come the bio forces of Cass moving in again, forcing Tefl back. Tefl is on 3 bases. He will be up against 4 bases in just a few seconds. +2/+2 now done for Cass. He is 1 armor upgrade ahead of his opponent. The siege tanks in a great spot once again, getting their shots off here. Siege tank upgrade is also on the way, and all those overlords, they are in the wrong spot, and they have been spotted. He's gonna lose 4 of them. And that is not, well, it's not supply blocking him. Might supply block him in the long run, but of course it's very unfortunate. Oh, the siege tanks here exposed. Yeah, you need to babysit those with the Bio Army, and he didn't really do that, but Tefl doesn't have the firepower to take them out. Not with the Marines moving back. 116 supply against 166 overall. Army supply is 100 against 50. So things are looking very good for the Ukraine in this game. So Cass on the way to victory. Will he get the 2-2? It certainly looks like it, and that would force out Nurture. That would lead us into a second Zerg versus Terran, with Nurture going up against Cass in the last game. In the last game of the regular rotation, both of the teams. And we're not there just yet, but it looks more and more like it's gonna happen. Since we have now Cass moving cross-map, he's mining on 4 bases. He's getting additional production into the game, establishing himself with the planetary to the top of the map at the 4th base. And his main body of the army is moving just all the way down to the bottom once again. There is Tefl trying to set his stuff up so that he can take on this Terran army, but it's going to be just so difficult for him. I don't think that's really going to be possible. Cass is even playing this a bit safer than I thought he would, moving back for now. And can he really force this army? He tries to get the rest of his reinforcements into the game first, or at least into this battle, and then he's going to start to move in. But yeah, that's pretty smart move by him. Overall supply in army for him, let's see what exactly that is. 122 against 107. But of course, the bank that he built up, that's a big, big win for Cass. Even building 2 additional command centers while he's currently researching +3 armor and also +2 attack. +3 attack is already done. We have the 2-2 completed for Tefl. Still Cass with a 1 upgrade lead against his opponent. And no counter-aggression. There are command centers everywhere, there's mining going on, but no counter-aggression by Tefl. He just doesn't have the units that he needs to do that. Siege tanks going strong once again. Tefl realizing that he can't break through here. This is not a battle that he can win with force alone. He needs a bit more than that, and that would usually mean Infestors or Vipers, but he doesn't have those support units, and this just shows that the Roach Hydra combination just scales very badly into the late game. Here comes the attempted snipe against the base, and he gets it. A 2-base mining Zerg player, and here comes this is desperation. The desperation move by Tefl trying to do some damage. But he has to move back again. He's trying to build himself a 3rd base up, but Cass is mining from 4 already, and there's not a lot that he can really do about this. The rest of the units are just streaming together. Ace capturing all of those, has the siege tank there, and now the rest of the Marines are trying to get another shot at those Roaches and Hydras, but it's not really working for him at all. So this base down here, we might actually see that. He might be able to saturate that base and stay in the game a bit longer. Cass has 2,600 minerals and he has a lot of gas. Moves in and scans ahead. sees there are no bailing landmines, no traps, no nothing, and he gets in a very good position against his opponent's army. Here comes Tefl, all of the siege tanks are sieged up, he's trying to fight it. Tefl drops in supply so fast, like a waterfall is dropping water, and all of the Hydras are gone by now. The GG called, the 2-2, Cass ties the series up, and we are gonna see Cass versus Nerdshio in the next game.